other than the activist part, other than his contributions to the disability sector, uh, how do you think he's remembered today as a friend or as
How do I remember Javed as a friend?
Yes,
But
yes.
I had a very warm and close friendship with Javed uh, uh, ever since my very first interaction with him, and all our social interaction took place uh, on the sidelines of every event that he launched either in Delhi or anywhere else in the country. Uh, uh, and I was an invitee on most such occasions. And whenever I visited Delhi uh, on my work as a journalist, I did make it a point uh, to meet him and spend time with him. We spent many hours, uh, in the evenings, socializing after a long day's work. It really amazed me to see how Javed, after such intensive deliberations during a whole day, and most of which were centered around his presentations to the audience, and after which he had the great capacity to simply switch off from his role as a disabilities champion, as an advocate, and become a normal human person, and spend time in a restaurant over a meal, talking with me and the few other friends that we 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 spent time with. I remember he was a very humane person. I remember once, I think it was in 2015, I was in the midst of an NCP EDP trustees meeting, and I suddenly uh, fainted, and I just fell off my chair. And I mean, this happened very momentarily, and I remember I was all right after that. But Javed was very concerned for me, and he simply arranged for me to visit a doctor immediately. I remember Arti Thakur, Miss Arti Thakur, was working with NCPDP, then had escorted me to Javed's doctor, uh, and who who uh, who did the basic examinations that were necessary then, and and certified that I was perfectly all right. But that didn't satisfy Javed at all. I returned to Chennai that night, and I kept receiving messages constantly for over the next few days until I had undergone a proper medical examination, until I received an all clear from my physician here to say that everything is okay with me. And I I'm I can tell you very honestly that but for his insistence, I wouldn't have bothered to undergo those further examinations in Chennai. So he was very insistent that you know I went through these medical tests. He must have been extremely concerned that whatever happened on that day had happened during, an NCPDP trustees meeting, and he felt very deeply, duty bound, to see that everything was okay with me. So that was that was Javed. That was his humaneness, and I know of a number of such instances where other people, other friends have told me of his extreme concern for the health of people with disabilities or people if they suddenly took ill during uh, any engagement where he was a part.
Javed Abdi Foundation, JAF, which also stands for Journalism, Advocacy and Fun. Please subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon, like, comment, and share.